Behind the cheerful laughter and family charm of Everybody Loves Raymond existed a world of untold struggles, quiet heartbreaks, and unspoken truths that the audience never saw. On screen, it was a portrait of suburban humor, love, and everyday chaos. But behind the cameras, the cast and crew dealt with emotional turmoil, creative disputes, and life-changing tragedies that deeply shaped their experiences. The friendly banter that seemed so natural often came from people carrying unseen burdens. Romano, the face of the show, was praised for his humor and warmth, but his skyrocketing salary quietly created an uncomfortable distance between him and some of his co-stars. While he earned millions per episode, others received only a fraction of that amount. The tension grew so intense that several cast members walked out in protest, demanding fair treatment and recognition for their years of contribution. Though the conflict was eventually resolved, it left emotional scars that never fully faded, and the laughter on set sometimes hid feelings of resentment and exhaustion. Peter Boyle, the beloved actor behind Frank Barone, carried a secret that few knew. He had been battling a serious illness, but chose to keep it private, fearing it would change how others treated him. His close friend and on-screen wife, Doris Roberts, supported his decision, but the emotional strain of performing through pain took its toll. Despite his illness, Boyle brought immense energy and humor to every scene, hiding the reality that each performance was a quiet act of endurance. His passing years later revealed just how much he had sacrificed to keep the show alive and joyful for millions of fans. For the younger cast members, fame came at a heavy price. The Sweeten twins, who played Ray's sons, grew up on camera, experiencing fame before they even understood it. After the show ended, they struggled to adjust to normal life outside Hollywood. Years later, tragedy struck when Sawyer Sweeten took his own life at just 19, leaving the world shocked and heartbroken. His death became one of the darkest moments associated with the show, a painful reminder that child stardom often hides emotional wounds too deep to see. His sister, Madeline Sweeten, who played Allie Barone, later spoke about how fame at such a young age had affected their family, revealing that the bright spotlight of success can sometimes cast the darkest shadows. Brad Garrett, who played Ray's brother Robert, also faced inner battles. Behind his towering frame and booming laugh was a man struggling with loneliness and addiction. He has spoken openly about how the pressures of fame and long working hours drove him toward heavy drinking. And though he continued performing, much of his early success was marked by private chaos. His marriage fell apart quietly, far from the public eye, while his on-screen character often reflected the same feelings of insecurity and being overshadowed that haunted him in real life. Even the show's tone, which millions adored, carried deeper meaning when seen through the lens of time. Beneath the jokes about family squabbles and marriage troubles was a reflection of real emotional conflict, resentment, control, and misunderstanding disguised as comedy. The Barone family's constant teasing and arguing sometimes crossed into emotional cruelty, portraying a type of domestic tension that felt uncomfortably real. While the audience laughed, the actors often discussed how close the scripts came to mirroring real life. The show's humor about gender roles, communication failures, and family dysfunction struck chords of truth, but it also masked how exhausting it could be to perform those roles week after week. When the series ended, it wasn't because ratings dropped or audiences lost interest. It ended because the people behind it were simply tired creatively, emotionally, and personally. Phil Rosenthal, the show's creator, admitted that many storylines were drawn from his own marriage, and that blurring line between art and real life began to weigh heavily on everyone involved. Everybody Loves Raymond may have left television on a high note, but behind that success was a story of exhaustion, personal struggle, and emotional cost. What viewers saw was laughter and family love, but what the cast lived through was a delicate balance of joy and pain, a reminder that even the brightest sitcoms can be born from the darkest human truths.